Welcome to Total Knowledge Zone. To see similar videos, subscribe to Total Knowledge Zone YouTube channel and also press the bell icon so that you keep getting all the notifications of the videos. Today in this video, I will solve all the questions of Himachal Pradesh Civil Judge Preliminary Exam 2017.
आज हम बात करते हैं पेपर 2 सिविल लॉ 2। क्वेश्चन 1 with reference to the HPURC Act match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer by using the code given below the lists. List 1, list 2. A. Definitions. 1. Section 2. B. Fine premium not to be charged for grant, renewal or continuance of tenancy. B. Fine premium not to be charged for grant, renewal or continuance of tenancy. 2. Section 13. C. Cutting off or withholding essential supply or service. 3. Section 11. D. Landlord's duty to keep the building or rented land in good repair. 4. Section 8. Codes A, B, C, D. A. 3, 4, 2, 1. B. 1, 3, 4, 2. C. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. 1, 4, 3, 2. Correct answer D. 1, 4, 3, 2. Question 2. No person shall convert a residential building into a non-residential building except with the permission in writing of the controller. With reference to the HPURC Act, the statement is A. False as per section 14. B. False as per section 12. C. True as per section 12. D. True as per section 14. Correct answer C. True as per section 12. Question 3. Statement 1. Any person aggrieved by an order passed by the controller may, within 15 days from the date of such order or such longer period as the appellate authority may allow for reasons to be recorded in writing, prefer an appeal in writing to the appellate authority having jurisdiction. Statement 2. Any person aggrieved by an order passed by the controller may, within 30 days from the date of such order or such longer period as the appellate authority may allow for reason to be recorded in writing, prefer an appeal in writing to the appellate authority having jurisdiction. Statement 3. In computing the period, the time taken to obtain certified copy of the order appealed against shall be included. Statement 4. In computing the period of 15 days, the time taken to obtain a certified copy of the order appealed against shall be included. A. Statements 1 and 4 are true while 2 and 3 are false. B. Statements 2 and 4 are true while 1 and 3 are false. C. Statement 1 and 3 are true while 2 and 4 are false. D. Statements 2 and 3 are true while 1 and 4 are false. Correct answer C. Statements 1 and 3 are true while 2 and 4 are false. Question 4. In case of a gift, if the donee dies before acceptance, the gift shall be A. Valid, B. Voidable, C. Void, D. Unlawful. Correct answer D. Unlawful. Question 5. Lease of vacant building is provided under which section of HPURC Act? A. Section 18, B. Section 19, C. Section 20, D. None of these. Correct answer B. Section 19. Question 6. Where the landlord does not accept any rent tendered by the tenant within the time referred to in section 20 of refuses or neglects to deliver or receipt referred to therein, or where there is a bona fide doubt as the person or persons to whom the rent is payable, the tenant may A. Deposit such rent with the controller. B. Deposit in any civil court of the area. C. Keep it with him for few months. D. None of the above. Correct answer A. Deposit such rent with the controller. Question 7. When the fair rent of a building or rented land has been fixed under section 4, no further increase or decrease in such fair rent shall be permissible for a period of A. 2 years, B. 3 years, C. 4 years, D. 5 years. Correct answer D. 5 years. Question 8. As per Section 30 of the HPURC Act, if the specified landlord who having evicted tenant from a building in pursuance of an order made under subsection clause 2 of Section 15 does not occupy it for a continuous period of 3 months from the date of such eviction or lets out the whole or any part of such building from which the tenant was evicted to any person other than the tenant shall be punishable with the following penalties. A. Imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 months for with fine which may extend to 1000 rupees or both. B. Imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months or with fine which may extend to 1000 rupees or both. C. Imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months or with fine which may extend to 2000 rupees or both. D. Imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 months or with fine which may extend to 2000 rupees or both. Correct answer B. Imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months or with fine which may extend to 1000 rupees or both. Question 9. The controller shall not reopen the issues that have been substantially decided in former proceeding or have been settled finally in previous final orders. The statement is A. True. B. False. C. Depends on controller choice. D. The Act does not provide for it. Correct answer A. True. Question 10. A transfer cannot be made directly to an unborn person. The statement is A. True. B. False. C. Depends on the will of the transferor. D. The Transfer of Property Act does not provide it for it. Correct answer A. True. Question 11. As per the TPA provisions, the immovable property shall include 1. Standing timber, 2. Growing crops, 3. Grass. Choose the correct option. A. Only 1 and 2. B. Only 2 and 3. C. Only 1 and 3. D. None of these. Correct answer D. None of these. Question 12. X transfer of farm F to Y on the condition that he shall marry X daughter. D. At the time of transfer, D was dead. The transfer of F is A. Valid, B. Void, C. Voidable, D. Lawful. Correct answer B. Void. Question 13. Section 6 of TPA provides that property of any kind may be transferred except the following. 1. A mere right to sue. 2. A public office or salary of a public officer. 3. The chance of an heir apparent succeeding to an estate. 4. A right to future maintenance. Choose the correct combination. A. Only 1, 2 and 3 cannot be transferred. B. Only 2, 3 and 4 cannot be transferred. C. All of the above can be transferred. D. None of the above can be transferred. Correct answer D. None of the above can be transferred. Question 14. Statement 1. An agreement to which the consent of the promisor is freely given is not void merely because the consideration is inadequate. Statement 2. Inadequacy of the consideration may be taken into account of the court in determining the question whether the consent of the promisor was freely given. Choose the correct answer. A. Both the statements are true. B. Both the statements are false. C. Only statement 1 is true. D. Only statement 2 is true. Correct answer A. Both the statements are true. Question 15. Bank of India versus O.P. Swarankar AIR 2003 SC 858 is an important judgment on the following issues. A. Communication. B. Acceptance. C. Breach of contract. D. Invitation of offer. Correct answer D. Invitation to offer. Question 16. The following is the object of the law of limitation. A. There should be an end to litigation. B. Vigilantibus non dornamentibus jura subvenient. C. Both of the above. D. None of the above. Correct answer C. Both of the above. Question 17. The Hindu Marriage Act 1955 does not apply to which of the following? A. Jain. B. Buddhist. C. Parsi. D. Sikh. Correct answer C. Parsi. Question 18. The prohibition of Spinda marriage is based on the rule of A. Exogamy. B. Endogamy. C. Polyandry. D. Polygamy. Correct answer A. Exogamy. Question 19. With reference to the HM Act, match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer by using the codes given below the lists. List 1, list 2. A. Judicial separation 1, section 11. B. Voidable marriages 2, section 10. C. Void marriage 3, section 13. D. Divorce 4, section 12. Codes A, B, C, D. A. 3, 4, 2, 1. B. 2, 4, 1, 3. C. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. 1, 4, 3, 2. Correct answer B. 2, 4, 1, 3. Question 20. A marriage may be solemnized between any two Hindus under the HMA 1955 if the following conditions are fulfilled. A. Neither party is incapable of giving a valid consent due to unsoundness of mind. B. Neither party has a spouse living at the time of marriage. C. The parties are not within the degrees of prohibited relationship. D. All of the above. Correct answer D. All of the above. Question 21. Where one's time has begun to run. No subsequent disability or inability to institute a suit or make an application stops it. The said principle is provided under the following section of the Limitation Act 1963. A. Section 9. B. Section 10. C. Section 12. D. Section 19. Correct answer A. Section 9. Question 22. The period of limitation for suit relating to contract is A. 3 years. B. 5 years. C. 7 years. D. 11 years. Correct answer A. 3 years. Question 23. In computing the period of limitation for any suit, appeal or application, the day from which such period is to be reckoned shall be A. Included. B. Excluded. C. Depends on the situation. D. Not provided under Limitation Act 1963. Correct answer B. Excluded. Question 24. The period of limitation for suit relating to immovable property for foreclosure by a mortgage is A. 12 years. B. 13 years. C. 1 year. D. 3 years. Correct answer B. 13 years. Question 25. Where in any case the suit of application is based upon fraud or mistake, the period of limitation shall not begin to run unit the plaintiff or applicant has discovered the fraud or the mistake. The statement is 1. False, 2. True, 3. Provided under Section 17, 4. Not provided under Limitation Act. Choose the correct combination. A. None of the option is correct. B. Only one is correct. C. 1 and 4. D. 2 and 3. Correct answer D. 2 and 3. Question 26. Anil Kumar Jain versus Maya Jain. AIR 2010 SC 229 is a case related to the following provision of HMA 1955. A. Section 13B. B. Section 14. C. Section 17. D. Section 18. Correct answer A. Section 13B. Question 27. In Srimati Sima versus Ashwani Kumar AIR 2006 SC 1158, the SC discussed the following issue. A. Judicial separation. B. Saptabdi in Hindu marriage. C. Registration of marriages. D. Maintenance. Correct answer C. Registration of marriages. Question 28. Treating the spouse with cruelty is a ground for divorce. This has been held in the following case. A. Amarjit Kaur versus Harbhajan Singh 2003-10 SC 406. B. Dwarika Prasad Satpathy versus Vidyut Prabha Dikshit JT 1999 Clause A SC 329. C. Samar Ghosh versus Jaya Ghosh 2007 Clause 3 SCJ 253. D. Ghisalal versus Dhapu Bhai AIR 2011 SC 644. Correct answer C. Samar Ghosh versus Jaya Ghosh 2007 Clause 3 SCJ 253. Question 29. With reference to the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer by using the code given below the lists. List 1, list 2. A. Requisites of a valid adoption 1. Section 9. B. Persons capable of giving in adoption 2. Section 6. C. Maintenance of wife 3. Section 23. D. Amount of maintenance 4. Section 18. Codes A, B, C, D. A. 2143. B. 2413. C. 1234. D. 1432. Correct answer A. 2143. Question 30. Welfare of minor to be per amount consideration has been provided in A. Section 13 of the Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act 1956. B. Section 6 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955. C. Section 6 of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956. D. Section 6 of the Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act 1956. Correct answer A. Section 13 of the Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act 1956. Question 31. Effect of acknowledgement in writing on period of limitation is provided under the following provision of the Limitation Act 1963. A. Section 18. B. Section 19. C. Section 20. D. Section 21. Correct answer A. Section 18. Question 32. Hadley versus Baxendale is a leading English contract law case that sets the basis rule that determine consequential damage from a breach of contract. The statement is A. False. B. True. C. Partially true. D. It does not relate to breach of contract. Correct answer B. True. Question 33. Agreement in restaurant of marriages. Question 33. Agreements in restaurant of marriages. A. Unlawful. B. Voidable. C. Void. D. Valid. Correct answer C. Void. Question 34. To establish undue influence, a person is deemed to be in a position to donate the will of another where A. He holds a real of apparent authority over the another. B. He stands in a fiduciary relation to the other. C. He makes a contact with a person whose mental capacity is temporarily or permanently affected by reason of age, illness, mental or bodily distress. D. All of the above. Correct answer D. All of the above. Question 35. Every promise and every set of promises forming the constitution for each other is an agreement. This has been provided under the following section of the Contract Act 1872. A. Section 2 Clause B. B. Section 2 Clause D. C. Section 2 Clause E. D. Section 2 Clause H. Correct answer C. Section 2 Clause E. Question 36. The contract where one of the parties has almost nil opportunities to bargain over the special term of the agreement while the other party, usually the big corporate, is in a position to dictate its terms. The terms are prepared by the big corporate while the other party has no choice but either to accept the terms or leave the deal altogether. Such contracts are known as A. Adhesion contracts. B. Standard from the contract. C. Wordable contract because the gent company exploit the weakness of the individual. D. Both A and B. Correct answer D. Both A and B. Question 37. As per the Indian Contract Act 1872, the communication of an acceptance is complete. 1. As against the acceptor when it's come to the knowledge of the proposer. 2. As against the proposer when it is put in a course of transmission to him so as to be out of the power of the acceptor. Based on the above two proposition decided. A. Only one is correct. B. Only two is correct. C. Both 1 and 2 are correct. D. None of the above two proposition is correct. Correct answer C. Both 1 and 2 are correct. Question 38. Applies to a banker for a loan at a time when there is stringency in the money market. The banker declines to make the loan except at an unusually high rate of interest. A. Accept the loan on these terms. A. The contract is valid and not induced by undue influence. B. The contract is voidable because it is induced by undue influence. C. The contract is void because it is induced by undue influence. D. None of the above. Correct answer A. The contract is valid and not induced by undue influence. Question 39. A lends a horse to B for his own riding only. B allows C, his close friend, to ride the horse H. C ride H with care but the horse falls accidentally. Both H and C are injured. A. A is liable to pay compensation to B. B. B is liable to pay compensation to A. C. C is liable to pay compensation to both A and B. D. Both A and B are liable to pay compensation to C. Correct answer B. B is liable to pay compensation to A. Question 40. Which of the following is not true in case of wagering agreements? A. The agreement is void under Section 23 of the Contract Act. B. No suit shall be brought in any court of law on any wager. C. The amount won under a wagering agreement cannot be recovered. D. Any fresh promise to pay money won under a wager is also void. Correct answer A. The agreement is void under Section 23 of the Contract Act. Question 41. In case of breach of a contract, the party who suffers by such breach is not entitled to receive from the party causing such breach which of the following compensation for any loss or damage caused to him thereby. A. That arose naturally in the usual course of the things from such breach. B. That the parties knew when they made the contract to be likely to result from the breach of it. C. That were too remote and indirect. D. All of the above. Correct answer C. That were too remote and indirect. Question 42. Which of the following cases is related to the issue of minority in the contract law? A. Khangal versus Lakha Singh. B. Ajodhya Prasad versus Chandan Lal. C. Mohri Bibi versus Dharmodas Ghosh. D. All of the above. Correct answer D. All of the above. Question 43. In case of non-fulfillment of the contractual obligation, only the parties to the contract can sue each other. This statement may be called as A. Privity of consideration. B. Privity of contract. C. Both A and B. D. None of these. Correct answer B. Privity of contract. Question 44. The consideration or object an agreement is lawful unless A. It is forbidden by law. B. It is of such a nature that, if permitted, would defeat the provisions of any law. C. Involves or implies injury to the person or property of another. D. All of the above. Correct answer D. All of the above. Question 45. X contracts to marry Y, being already married to Z, and being forbidden by the law to which he is subject to practice polygamy. 1. X must pay compensation to Y for the loss caused to her by the non performance of his promise. 2. X is under no obligation to compensate Y under any law. 3. An agreement to do an act impossible in itself is void in view of the above. A. Both 1 and 2 are correct. B. Both 1 and 3 are correct. C. Only 2 is correct. D. Only 3 is correct. Correct answer B. Both 1 and 3 are correct. Question 46. The Himachal Pradesh Urban Land Control Act is an act to 1. Provide only for the control of rents within the limit of urban areas in the state of Himachal Pradesh. 2. Provide for the control of rents as well as eviction within the limits of urban areas in the state of Himachal Pradesh. 3. Provide only for the eviction within the limits of urban areas in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Choose the correct answer. A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. Only 3. D. None of these. Correct answer B. Only 2. Question 47. Match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer by using the codes given below the lists. List 1, list 2. A. Condition restraining alienation 1. Section 14. B. Contingent interest 2. Section 53A. C. Part performance 3. Section 10. D. Rule against perpetuity 4. Section 21. Codes A, B, C, D. A. 3, 4, 2, 1. B. 1, 3, 4, 2. C. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. 4, 3, 1, 2. Correct answer A. 3-4-2-1. Question 48. Rajesh Kantara versus Shanti Devi, AIR 1957 SC 255 is a case on the following principle of transfer of property. A. Vested interest. B. Contingent interest. C. Space successions. D. Gift. Correct answer A. Vested interest. Question 49. With reference to doctrine of lis pentis, read the following. A. It refers to fraudulent transfers. B. It imposes a prohibition on transfer or otherwise dealing of any property during the pendency of a suit providing the condition laid down in the section are satisfied. C. It creates only a right to be imposed to avoid a transfer made pendant light. D. Such transfers are voidable. Choose the correct combination. A, B, and C are correct. B, C, and D are correct. A, C, and D are correct. D. All of these are correct. Correct answer B, C, and D are correct. Question 50. Haridas Sharma versus Vikas Sood, Supreme Court of India judgment dated April 29, 2013. Patents in the following section of the HP Rent Control Act before the Rent Controller Shimla. A. Section 14 Clause 2. Where if the controller, after giving the tenant a reasonable opportunity of showing cause against the applicant, is satisfied that the tenant has not paid or tendered the rent due from him in respect of the building or rented land with the 15 days after the expiry of the term fixed in the agreement of tenancy with his landlord or in the absence of any such agreement by the last day of the month next following that the which of the rent is payable. B. Section 14, Clause 3, where landlord may apply to the controller for the order directing the tenant to put the landlord in possession. A. In the case of a residential building, if I he requires it for his own occupation. C. Section 14, Clause 4, where landlord applies for eviction of the respondent from the building of grounds inter alia that he bona fide required the building for purposes of addition and alteration of the building or rebuilding. D. Section 14 Clause 1, where the tenant who has been evicted may apply to the controller for an order directing that he shall be restored to possession of such building or rented land, and the controller shall make an order accordingly. Correct answer C. Section 14 Clause 4, where landlord applies for eviction of the respondent for the building on grounds inter alia that he bona fide required the building for purposes of addition and alteration of the building or rebuilding.